For your dad?
She has over 10 plus years in it.
For us, so it will be in the room for you to peruse and check out if you'd like to do some thorough reading about what happened and how he was exonerated from a crime he did not commit. Right? It's great pleasure for me to introduce Mr. Richard Miles.
Both of these men were sentenced to, I don't have their specific terms, I'm going to let them tell you that. They were both sentenced to prison in Texas Department of Corrections. They both filed claims of actual innocence, and they were both ultimately exonerated in Dallas County. The first person I'm going to bring up is Richard Miles. I'm going to let Richard tell you a little bit more about his story.
I was 17 years old, and I grew up in a real strict household. We went to church like 20 days out the week. Sundays, we in there all day. 10, 12, 3, 7. My dad, he was a bishop, and just every day, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, we was just in church. And so at the age of 18, you know, when I was working at McDonald's, making $4.25 an hour, going to Skyline High School, I said, you know what, I'm ready. At 18, I got tired of being at the house. I got tired of going to church. I got tired of going to school. I was working at McDonald's, and I rolled my little sack up, because that's all my mama let me take, was what I bought at $4.25 an hour, and I left home. And so I ended up leaving home, and one day I moved out there in North Dallas. And one day I'm walking home, in North Dallas, one of my friends had dropped me off. All of a sudden a police helicopter came up above my head. And I look up, 19. I said, man, something happened over here. I'm steady walking. All of a sudden, police cars just come from nowhere. And they're saying, get on the ground, get on the ground. And so I'm getting on the ground and they're talking about, where's the gun, where's the gun? And I'm asking them, I don't know where the gun is. You know, so they're patting me down and they're searching me and they put me in a police car and they took me to a Texaco service station. They took me out the police car, put some stuff on my hands, and then took me to homicide. I go into homicide and I'm sitting in this 12 by 12 room and the detective comes in and I tell them, I gave them phone numbers of the person I was with. I gave him his mom's number because that's whose house we was over. I gave him my friend's number, that's who I stayed with. And I gave him my friend's girlfriend's number. The detective walked out, stayed gone about 45 minutes, came back, he said, Rich, you know what, your story checked out. Meaning that I was telling the truth. Meaning that what I just told you, you went and called these people and they said, yeah, you was with us. At the age of 19, the detective told me, said, but you killed these people and you going to prison. 19 years old. I went to Lew Sterry, stayed in Lew Sterry 17 months. Went to jury trial. At the age of 20, I received 80 years in prison. My whole life was snatched away from me. So at the age of 20, I'm looking at my mom and my dad as I'm being escorted back to Lew Sterry. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. We sorry. You can come back out. We're gonna let you back out. We knew it was you back then, but we didn't want to really do no full investigation. We sorry that you didn't get a chance to go to college. We sorry that your dad died while you was in prison. We sorry that your cousin died while you was in prison. They let me out. Once I got out, from 2009 to 2012, I was not exonerated. Why? Because my case is one of the first cases where there is no DNA and there is no confession. This is a law book. This is what lawyers use to fight cases. They use laws, right? You know that? You know that, right? You go to a law book if you're trying to fight a case. Well, my case is in the law books, which means that we have set a law in place. If you are locked up and you're innocent. I was finally exonerated in February of 2012, and we started an organization called Miles of Freedom. Miles of Freedom now is an organization that helps men and women that are coming out of prison reacclimate or come back home. We help them find jobs. We help them with social services through Chase Bank, Texas A&M, and stuff like that, because that's what's needed for the men and women that are coming out of prison. Whatever y'all aspire to do in the judicial arena, I want y'all to pursue, let me take that back. Don't practice law, pursue justice. It's a difference. People have been practicing law for years. That's why it's a whole bunch of people in prison that don't supposed to be in there. When you start pursuing justice, justice is what's right, regardless if this man is innocent or guilty, you're gonna have a better outcome. Don't practice law, pursue justice. Thank you. My name is Richard Knight.